Hello, I'm John D. Riley, researcher with 0 Point Research. A lot of you have been hearing me post and looking at the concerns of what's happening with the sun and how that is in relation to our shift in consciousness, our shift in the awareness that's happening on this planet. Well, to put it as gently as possible, the sun is the life force of all life on this planet. Without it, we cannot sustain life as we know it on this planet. Water is the second most important element. So when we look at those two and the importance when they shift, it affects everything living on this planet. So now we look at the sun and we have this great time where we've actually have satellites that are looking at both sides of the sun for the first time as we know it. And there's literally a satellite behind the sun, and there's one on the front side of the sun. So we can actually see the events that are happening on all levels, real time, right when it happens. Now, how does that affect us? Well, we look at what we call a coronal mass ejection, or a CME. That is a large, massive ejection of many different levels of material or elements that can be projected from the sun. Anything from X-ray to radio frequencies that can be emitted and actually will come towards the Earth. If it is an Earth-facing event. If it's happening on the backside of the sun, then we're not affected by it as much. But if for some reason there's a CME and it actually is in alignment with the sun, when it discharges, then all that comes towards our planet. And it being about 93 million miles away, the secondary effect happens within 2 to 3 days, depending on the solar winds. So if you are connected to the sun, then you will feel the CME, the ejection that would happen immediately, and it'll affect you on the cellular level. Now, science has had no choice but to acknowledge that there is a wormhole or some type of vortex that connects us, the Earth, to the sun, and it's an instantaneous action. When there's an event that happens on the sun, the Earth is immediately affected, and now we have sensories of all different levels that can actually detect this on the planet instantly when the sun has an eruption of this type. So the sensitive ones will notice this right away. And I really feel in many ways that it allows us to kind of prepare the masses to be the way showers in many ways, to be able to show them what to expect and to work on clearing themselves, not to get emotionally caught, not to get energetically caught up when your technology starts to disrupt slightly. It will all come back into balance. Now, the key thing that's happening where we look at it from the higher conscious aspect is that we're given great opportunities when these energies bombard our planet as well as our human self. It allows us, our cellular vibration, to shift in an enormous way. Now, what we hold emotionally within ourselves or physically within ourselves, it gets a chance to come to our awareness and to be able to shift that. We can move it into a higher level if we choose to come into balance. If we feed it, and if we react on the anger or the emotions or the sadness where it comes from, then we will not find a harmonious outcome to it. We'll stay consistently and repeating the event over and over again. So use these times that we are given to literally clear the temple or to clear our house. It's a great time, and when we understand it from an analogy standpoint, when we find balance within ourselves, within our body, mind, and spirit, then we can show that in so many ways, and we have the ability to create an amazing world through our eyes. But it has to happen here first. I've been doing a lot of due diligence on my own to be able to share information on this level with all of you, and I hope that this will serve so many of you, and it just honors me that I'm able to do this in such an amazing way. So more to come, but stay tuned and watch the skies and breathe deep.